Well, good evening. Welcome back here to Eastern Kentucky University for high school basketball. 11th region basketball tonight. Madison Southern will take on Paul Lawrence Dunbar. And Madison Southern, of course, played their district tournament right here at this arena. And Dunbar, of course, one of the top-ranked teams in the state. Some polls, they're number one in the state, Donnie Atkins. And Madison Southern coming here tonight, their big advantage. They're playing on their home floor.
Well, Gary, and it does give them a little bit of advantage. I just think that the Dunbar's athleticism, Dunbar's quickness tonight will be the factor in the game. I don't know if Madison Southern can stay with that, so it'll be interesting to see.
Madison Southern comes in coached by Shane Butry, and Dunbar coached by Scott Chalk. And Coach Chalk is in his, fourth or fifth year as head coach at Dunbar?
Yes. Yep.
And he's got a team that's been ranked number one most of the season. And right now they come in here against Southern. The second game tonight, Coach Atkins, it'll be Woodford County taking on Henry Clay. So two Lexington teams that have had a lot of success this year battling tonight here at the Boys 11th Region Tournament.
Well, Gary, Henry Clay and Dunbar have been up and down all year long. So it'll be interesting to see tonight in this first matchup if Dunbar's athleticism and their quickness can take over the game and get things going. And in the second game, I think the play again of Henry Clay's quickness, their athleticism on their players is what's going to determine that game. I know we're having a little bit of headset problem. We'll do that.
We're going to step out just for a second. Donnie will be right back here with more on PrepSpin.
Back live here at Eastern Kentucky University, and it's 4:26 to go before the tip. Gary Ball with Donnie Atkins. It'll be Paul Dunbar and Madison Southern, and then it'll be Woodford County and Henry Clay. Coach, what do you expect here in this ball game here between Dunbar and Madison Southern?
Well, it'll be interesting. Madison Southern has to control the tempo, Gary. They can't let Dunbar get in that fast-paced game, that up and down the floor game. If they do, Dunbar's athleticism and their quickness will just really take over the game, I think, and it may be over with in the first half. Secondly, Dunbar requires, I think, a great game, not a great game, very good game from their point guard. He controls them. You know, it's just like that head of the snake. If I could cut it off, that's one place I would start would be a third point guard. And to try to get the game under control. Somehow get him under control, keep him in front, not let him get up and down the floor like he likes to do.
And Dunbar, Coach Atkins, has so many weapons and so many guys that can score the basketball. Tavion Hollingsworth, he averages 22 points a game. Darius Williams averages about 16, 17 a game. And the emergence of Dontel Brown has been a big asset for Dunbar as well.
He's helped them tremendously inside. He's that presence inside. He's that post player that can get things going, rebound, putbacks, those kinds of things, and gives them that inside presence defensively. Also does a nice job guarding the inside and guarding the people that break loose for those drives.
And Southern, Madison Southern, Coach, they have some great scorers as well. Caleb Miller, their junior guard, he averages over 14 points. Tanner Kidwell at over 13. And then Michael Jefferson at 11. And Griffin Gabbard at 10. So they got four guys in double figures, so they got some guys that can score.
Very balanced, team basketball. It'll be interesting to see if they, again, to me, it's all about the tempo of the game. Can they control that from the defensive standpoint, or can they control it from the offensive standpoint by maybe making that extra 2 or 3 passes on the offensive end to take some time off the clock and to get a better shot?
We're going to take a break, come back, and then have the starting lineups here on PrepSpin here tonight at the 11th Region Tournament at Eastern Kentucky University.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
And we're back here at Eastern Kentucky University. Gary Ball with Donnie Atkins, and it's Paul Dunbar and Madison Southern. And Dunbar comes in, coach, with one of the best records in the state. You know, you look at Henry Clay; they're 27-5 right now. So Lexington basketball has been outstanding this year. Lafayette's had a good season; they're in the semifinals of this region. And then you look at Dunbar; they've got what 25, 26 wins on the season. You know, so a lot of great basketball in the city this year.
There has been, Gary, and a lot of very balanced, a lot of things that, you know, everybody just giving it their best like it always has been in the 11th region.
Yeah,
you know, the second game last night with Scott County Madison Central, I thought was a very, very good basketball game. Madison Central battled back after the first half of not playing very well, and then made it interesting coming down the stretch. A lot of closeness in that game.
In just a moment, we'll hear the public address announcer with the starting lineups for Dunbar and Madison Southern here tonight at Eastern Kentucky University Alumni Coliseum. And the second game tonight, Donnie and I will have Woodford County, and they will go up against Henry Clay. I tell you, Tisdale and this young man we're about to see, Darius Williams, co-players of the year. They're both Mr. Basketball finalists.
Finalists there in the 11th region. It speaks highly of them and their competitiveness. So it'll be interesting, that Mr. and Miss Basketball award this year.
Just about set for the national anthem. And also we'll have the starting lineups here by the public address announcer. And let's go through the starting lineups. If you couldn't hear the public address announcer, for Dunbar to be Jordan Lewis, Tavion Hollingsworth, Justin Kelly, Darius Williams, Dontel Brown. And for Madison Southern, it'll be Caleb Miller, Tanner Kidwell, Michael Jefferson, Griffin Gabbard, and Stacy Burns. And I think the first quarter, Coach, I think you said it right. Southern needs to knock down some threes. They need to settle into this game because Dunbar has a lot of quickness.
They do, Gary, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of defense Southern comes out and plays. If they pack it back in the zone, invite those outside shots, or if they're going to come out and try to press and control them going up and down the floor.
Gary Ball with Donnie Atkins, and thanks to William Warfield for PrepSpin producing. And we're just about set for basketball. It'll be Griffin Gabbard, and he will go up at 6'4", and he will jump up against Dontel Brown, the big football player for Dunbar, and basketball player, obviously.
Gary, I'll tell you what, I think he's been one addition to their team this year. It's really helped out a lot.
Wins the tap, and controlling is Jordan Lewis. And we found out it is verified. He is the younger brother of Donnie Lewis. And Jordan can play. Over now it goes to Hollingsworth. Kelly swings it back to Darius Williams. Williams working in there on Kidwell, hanging off glass. Won't go. Nice rebound there by Michael Jefferson. Man, he got up for that one.
Opened it a man-to-man.
Tanner Kidwell into the paint. Over to Michael Jefferson. He fakes there on Lewis. Just underway. No score. Madison Southern and Paul Dunbar. Gary Ball with Coach Don Atkins, former Lafayette coach, state champion coach. And we are at the Eastern Kentucky University 11th Region Tournament. There's Jefferson, free throw line jumper off the mark. What a nice rebound there by Darius Williams. Man, he got up for that one.
Went up and got some authority. Oh, there's a foul and a reach in.
Yeah, a reach in there by Kidwell. Tried to get the steal, but they're going to call a foul on Tanner Kidwell. That'll be the first foul of the ball game. And early on, both teams just trying to feel each other out.
Both teams playing man-to-man, trying to control it by not letting people drive the basket, staying down in front of your man.
Justin Kelly got it inbound. They go over to Tavion Hollingsworth. Right side free throw line extended. He fakes with the ball, moves in on Miller, and a shot put up. The foul's going to be called, and it's going to go on Caleb Miller. So 2 team fouls here. That was a shooting foul. So Tavion Hollingsworth, a junior. You know, I was looking at some stats, Donnie, and back early in the season, say about 4 or 5 games into the season, Tavion was averaging 31 points a game.
Yeah, Gary, he was the leading scorer for Dunbar there for a while and just really was playing for a junior very, very well. But as the season's come on, I think he's kind of dropped back a little bit, and Williams has really stepped up his game.
Tavion got 1 of 2, and Dunbar has a 1-0 lead here early in this game. That's Jefferson bouncing to Kidwell and put it up. No. Rebounded by Hollingsworth. Southern getting some good looks, Donnie.
Yes, they are. A nice move right there. Just didn't finish the shot.
To the basket and missed by Hollingsworth. Rebounded by Jefferson. He's got a couple of them. Long pass, cutting in front of it. Hanging, putting it up and in is Kidwell. Well, Kidwell did a nice job. First thing he did nice is he cut in front of the pass to the basket. Won't go there for Lewis. He thought he was fouled. Coming out there with it's a big guy, Griffin Gabbard. They swing it over to Miller. Miller launches the 3. Won't go, but rebounded by Dontel Brown. Boy, both teams wanting to push it here on this college floor, aren't they, Donnie?
Yes, sir. A lot of energy right now in this first couple minutes, Gary, and a foul. Dunbar's getting to the rim. They're just not making their layups right now.
Missed that one, but he was fouled, and that'll be the 3rd team foul. And that went on Southern's. He said number 24, actually went on 44. That's Gabbard. Gabbard picked up the personal. Williams at the line and connects on the free throw to tie this game up at 2 with 6:14 to go in the first period.
Both teams, Gary, really pressing the panic, not pressing the panic button, but going and playing and getting after people. That's good. Like to see that.
Coming up, it'll be Woodford County, and they will battle Henry Clay. Coach Atkins and I and Rebecca Cook, our intern from Franklin County, will have that action. Knocking it down there is Williams. He's 2 for 2 on that trip, and Darius, a finalist for Mr. Basketball, along with Tisdale out of this region. Bounce pass right side, laid up and in by DeAndre Dean.
Dunbar went to the press, and Madison Southern had no trouble breaking that press and getting a layup at the other end.
At all. Dean finished it off. He just checked in. Kelly, left side, works in. Kelly drives to the basket, put it up and in. Nice move by Justin Kelly. Makes it 5-4. Pass Goes to Dean. Kicks it back now to Miller. Miller back over to Dean. Baseline jumper off the mark. Dean gets his own miss. Picked up by Jefferson. Jefferson brings it back out. 5:34. And Dunbar 5 and Southern 4.
Now, Dunbar going to 2-3 zone.
Kidwell over to Jefferson. Kidwell open in the corner. They didn't get it back to him. He likes to shoot the 3. Out top to Miller. Back to Michael Jefferson.
See Kelly's kind of shading him over there, Gary. You know he likes that outside jump shot. Playing well on that defense right there. For adjustment.
You're right. 5 minutes and 8 seconds here in the first quarter. 5-4 Dunbar, but Southern can take the lead here on this possession. Jefferson being dogged there by Williams, and as Coach said, they're in a 2-3 zone. Deep in the corner goes to Stacy Burns. Back now to Miller. 4:52 clock running, and Southern being very patient. Stacy Burns, a high arcing 3, in and out. Tapped up. What a nice offensive tip in by Michael Jefferson.
It's a nice tip by Jefferson, going up, getting control of that, using his left hand and knocking it down.
That was pretty.
It was. Very nice.
Up there for that one. 6-5, Southern the lead. Dontel Brown spinning and finishing. He got the rinse cycle on the spin.
And Gary, I tell you what, I like how Southern's playing right now, being very patient. We had a turnover right there.
To the basket, and Lewis can't get it to go. Rebounded by Caleb Miller. Miller throws it back. Kelly almost steals it. Jefferson goes down, might have turned his ankle. Now wide open and laying it up and in, Darius Williams, and I think we got an injury. Jefferson, I was looking right at him, Coach Atkins, as he was going for the ball. He kind of twisted on that ankle and went down on it pretty in an awkward way.
I think he got banged to the head there when two players ran together going for that loose ball situation.
Yeah, 9-6, and that kid just had a fabulous follow on it up to the basket as he tipped it in. He's a great athlete. They cannot ill afford to lose him. 9-6. We want to thank White, Greer, and Maggard, Raising Cane's Chicken, Whitaker Bank, UK Sports Medicine, Central Bank, Bob Roberts Insurance, the Scholastic Ball Report Saturdays at noon on the CW, and Sutherland Chevrolet down in Nicholasville.
Yeah, you know, you look at Madison Southern and you don't think they can compete with Dunbar's athleticism. They're doing a great job of controlling the tempo right now. Even though they're trying to play up pace with them, they're doing a nice job when they get the ball on the offensive end of slowing down, maybe making the extra pass.
But one kid that looks like a Dunbar player is Michael Jefferson. He's on the bench injured right now. That's not good for Southern. And that's going to be a reaching foul called against Dunbar.
Williams.
Yeah, Darius just kind of looked at the ref like, what? And that is 3 team fouls against Southern. 1 first foul against the Bulldogs. Dunbar 9, Southern 6. Kidwell to DeAndre Dean to Caleb Miller. And he goes over to Brandon Sargent. Sargent just checked in. Miller comes over to Tanner Kidwell. There's Dean. Back to Miller, launches a 3. Got it! Miller averages 14 points, ties this game up at 9, Coach Atkins. That was a rainbow.
It was. Nice outside shot.
Darius Williams crossing over. Ball knocked away, diving on the floor, Kidwell. And great hustle there. Great hustle by Stacy Burns. Diving on the floor. They had the ball, so Coach Shane Butcher called the quick timeout, and they get possession of it.
30-second break.
We'll step out. This quick break. 3. Gary Ball, Coach Don Atkins back at Alumni Coliseum, campus of Eastern Kentucky. Boys 11th Region Tournament. And we're tied at 9 here. What a big three-pointer there by Caleb Miller, wasn't it, Coach?
That was, and then now Dunbar switched up defenses there. They're going to a 1-2-2 with a point drop maybe.
Kidwell way out top and backs it back out looking at that zone. And, you know, Southern, it's tied at 9, and they're going to say, if you're going to stay in the zone, we'll just pounded down here. But as I say, that Kidwell penetrates a little bit.
Yeah, the district final that they had in Madison Central was like a 2-point game?
42-41.
Yeah.
Low scoring affair. On the floor, great hustle by Burns again. And he gets it back in the corner they go. Line it up. Sargent off the iron. Nice rebound, though, by Miller. Kicks it out to Kidwell. Kidwell deep in the corner. And there's a three-pointer knocked down deep out of the left corner by Miller. That's his second three.
Two in a row.
Caleb Miller, 12-9 Southern. Dunbar. Williams to the basket, knocks it down. Williams, what a great move by Darius. Kid can just play basketball, Coach. Great basketball player. Miller over the corner, and there's going to be a three. Trying to bank it in over there was Sargent, but it wouldn't go, and rebounded by Dunbar. 12-11, Madison Southern. 2 minutes to go here. Eagles on top of the Bulldogs of Dunbar. One poll still at Dunbar, number 1 in the state, I believe I saw.
At least somewhere 2 to 3 range or number 1. Top 3.
Hollingsworth.
Nice
Dontel Brown up and in. What a great pass by Tavion. 13-12. Dunbar gets the lead back by 1. 1:38 here in the first period. Gary Ball, Coach Don Atkins, William Moorfield here on PrepSpin. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all you viewers out there. And in trouble. And he finally gets it over to Sargent. Back to Miller's hit 2 big threes. Kidwell going down low. Good pass. Burns. And he's going to be fouled by Dontel. Dontel Brown.
Nice job of Madison Southern there, Gary, getting the ball into the high post against that trap. Then looking baseline and got the wide open man underneath.
One shot. Donnie, I've noticed about Southern, they move the ball very well. They're all good passers.
Doing a nice job.
And they can get the lead back here at the line from Stacy Burns, and he ties it up. Makes the first. Let's look at the scoring here so far. You've got 6 points for Miller. You've got 5 for Darius Williams. Hollingsworth so far, Coach, just has the 1 free throw.
Yep.
13 all, we're tied. Minute
Southern
22.
is 6 for Miller, 2 for Jefferson and Kidwell, and then 2 for Dean also.
Well, 5 for 12 from the field, whereas Dunbar's 5 for 9 from the field. He got them both. The lead back now for Madison Southern. 14-13. Eagles on top. With the basketball, Kelly, he gives it back now to Jordan Lewis. Well, I bet Jordan and Donnie have played some one-on-one in the backyard. I bet those pickup games have been wars. And in the game now is Jordan Brown, the senior. He goes over to Hollingsworth, the 3 off the mark. Vince Clark saves it in, and great hustle there by Vince Clark. Jordan Lewis. Bounce over to Jordan Brown to the basket, throws it up. No, nice rebound. Michael Jefferson's back in there, Coach. Yep. And looking at Jefferson, that is his 4th rebound. Get that one, 4. Looks like he's okay, seems to be moving pretty good. Yeah, spectacular.
Let's see if they play. Let's see if Southern plays one shot. Nope.
Kidwell, and as he drives to the basket, he gets fouled and threw it up underhanded and threw the contact there.
Lewis.
43.5 seconds. We are at Alumni Coliseum. They call it Paul S. McBrayer Arena.
Gary, a report from the 12th region. Boyle County leads Wayne County by 2, 24-22 in the second quarter.
Tell you what, we got a good one here so far. Southern leads 14-13, and Tanner Kidwell is going to be at the line, a really good free throw shooter. He's got 3 points now, so Kidwell, one of their better free throw shooters. They could go up 3 here on Dunbar with 43 seconds here. You know, the longer you stay around with the number 1 team, the top teams, the longer you can stay with them. Get into the third quarter. I mean, first quarter you
more
pretty
confidence
much,
to build. More confidence to build.
In and out. Whoa, what a nice rebound by Lewis. Jordan really got up.
40-inch vertical jump. He can get up.
Oh my goodness. Tavion Hollingsworth puts it very slowly down to 32 seconds, and
maybe going to play one shot here, Gary, at the end of the quarter.
Madison Southern 15, Paul Lawrence Dunbar 13. Down to 20 seconds. That way till it gets down around 10 or 9, and then start working toward the basket. That dribble drive, they call it.
Yeah, and they'll play, it's funny, playing Jordan Lewis man-to-man. Everybody else just kind of matching up, playing in a real deep sag.
Hollingsworth to the basket, nice and put it up and in. Nice move by Tavion.
Oh.
We're tied. Almost a steal there by Lewis, trying to throw it up toward the backboard. We are tied 15-all, Madison Southern Dunbar. White Greer Maggard game of the week. We'll return here to the Alumni Coliseum after this timeout.
White Greer and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Second quarter action, we're tied at 15. Gary Ball, Coach Donnie Atkins, William Warfield producing 15. Not a thing of beauty, not a Rembrandt that first quarter, but yet we're tied at 15, Coach.
Well, Gary, I tell you what, Madison Southern's done a nice job of controlling it on the offensive end when they've gotten the ball. Right now they get a turnover, but
Williams.
A nice pass.
Gives to Tavion, puts it up and in. What a great move by Tavion. What a good pass by Mr. Williams. That's 5 for Tavion. And the lead is 17-15 for Dunbar as we start the second quarter here from Alumni Coliseum.
Dunbar come back man to man.
That's Caleb Miller. He hit those 2 big threes, and well, they've really been tightening up on the D since he knocked down those 3-pointers. Miller, 6 points. 6 points for Williams, and now 5, Coach, for Tavion Hollingsworth. 7:09 first half. That's Griffin Gabbard. Here's a steal by Lewis, and Lewis will go in and slam it.
They did a nice job getting in the passing lane, deflecting that ball, and going and getting the layup and the dunk finish.
19-15 on the Jordan Lewis dunk. As you said, Coach, 40-inch vertical. You could see it on that one. Miller hit an NBA 3 on his first 3. Gives it over now to Tanner Kidwell. Kidwell, who averages 13, has 3 right now. Nice Kidwell. Goes over to Miller looking for his third. That one won't go. Rebounded by Dontel Brown. Good inside position for the big fella. Lewis down the middle, ball knocked away, and they're going to give it back. Yeah, went out of bounds. They're going to give it back to Dunbar. 19-15. Dunbar with the 4-point lead. We were at 15 all into the first.
4 quick baskets on some turnovers.
That's
what's a lob.
Lob goes, and great job by Lewis to kind of just tip it over his head off the board. And what a great play there by Lewis, who all of a sudden has 2 quick baskets here to start the second half, and it's 21-15. Dunbar with their biggest lead of 6. Miller into the paint. Miller might have got away with a travel, put it up, no. Tapped around, coming out there with a Tavion Hollingsworth. Long pass down floor, knocked away by Gabbard for Southern. Give it back to Dunbar.
Brown, nice job getting out and running the lane there, Gary. And Hollingsworth saw him. Just a little bit more height on that pass, and he'd have had it.
Dunbar 9 of 15 from the field. Madison Southern 5 of 14. Pass goes to Williams. Glass, no. Taps it up, yes.
Stayed right after it.
8 now for Darius, and the lead is 8. 8 unanswered here by Dunbar to start the second quarter. I think the bell rang during that timeout there before the quarter.
Yeah, they need to. I think Southern needs to, if they don't score this time down, they need to hold Dunbar and get a timeout, get settled a little bit, get back to what they were doing offensively.
Out to Miller. Clark on him, gets a pick. Slides up, ball knocked away. Good hands by Dontel Brown, but Michael Jefferson gets it back to the basket. Jefferson put it up and in, and they'll count the basket, Coach, and he will get the soup and a sandwich.
He needs to stay in front, not let his man drive. It's a seam. He went in and finished left-handed. You know, Chalk's telling him he's left-handed.
As great as Lewis is and Darius and Tavion around the basket, one of the most spectacular plays we saw in this game was this young man at the line went up with his left hand above the rim and tipped one in. That was a spectacular play. Michael Jefferson, Southpaw, and he
Nice.
rattles it in. That's 5 for Jefferson, and that sort of stopped the bleeding for a little bit.
Yep.
23-18, they cut it to 5. There's Tavion.
Reach in on the foul.
Yeah, Coach Butry wanted a travel there, but foul before the turnover. Darius Williams will trigger underneath his own basket. Gets it over to Tavion Hollingsworth, out top to Kelly. He'll launch the 3. Got it!
Nice shot.
5 for J.K. Justin Kelly. To the basket, and he pushed off there. Burns took his arm and extended out there against Dontel Brown. The foul's going to be on Burns.
Nice job of Brown holding that position right there and taking the charge.
That is 5 team fouls against Southern now. 14 fouls have been called against Dunbar. (26-18). Dunbar the lead and the leather. That's Hollingsworth angling right. And here's a nice steal by Kidwell. Kidwell comes down on Darius Williams. Can't get it to go, but nice follow-up there by Jefferson.
Nice job by Jefferson following that miss up, putting it in.
26-20, great hustle.
It was.
Just followed his team. I don't know how many times when I played high school ball I just follow a player, because something like that happens, you're going to have an easy stick back. Shot won't go. Here's Kidwell. Jefferson out in front of him. Kidwell and puts it up, won't go, but a foul called, and it's going to go. I believe it's going to be called on Vince Clark of Dunbar.
Number 14.
So Clark picks it up.
Shoot 2 should be.
26-20, Donnie. The lead is for Paul Dunbar. Of course, we both remember back in the day that guys like Darnell Burton played at Dunbar, and Cameron Mills. And
Here I am looking across the floor right now, and in the stands is Cameron and Collier.
Sitting right there together, huh? Free throw connected by Kidwell.
Collier's taking his weight off, kept it off. Cameron's maybe put on a pound or 2.
He needs some of that Zija that you prescribed to, Coach. And Mr. Warfield. Mr. Warfield likes his Zija as well. It's a good product.
It is.
It really is. How long have you been involved in that now, Coach?
3.5 years. 3-4 years or something. Helped me lose 20 pounds and keep it off.
I don't know what the delay. Well, the officials are over.
I think it's the trying to get the numbers straight on the foul.
Yeah, it was on Clark. You and I both saw that.
I think it was. They're trying to get the numbers, because down here on this foul, I think they're wondering who that foul was on.
Right. So, nice crowd in here.
Yes.
It'll really, you got Woodford County and Henry Clay. I tell you what, Lexington basketball. Donnie and I already referenced it, but this was a really strong year for Lexington basketball from top to bottom. And Mrs. Sackowin.
Might have affected him a little bit there, as long as you had to stand there at the line and look at that. You always need to tell your players, if that's going to happen, step off that line. Just get away from it.
That's right.
Reset, do your routine again.
26-20, Dunbar by 6. 4:20 to go here before halftime. Kelly, he kicks it over in the corner to Clark, back to Dontel Brown.
Coach did a little combo defense here, playing man-to-man. Kidwell and on Hollingsworth, and then the other 3 are just playing a zone, packing it back.
And Kelly
hits the 3 again.
8 points for Justin Kelly, the great soccer player. Good basketball player, too. 29-21. Dunbar by 8 to the basket. Jefferson hanging, won't go, battle for it. Dean got a hand on it. Burns has got it. He stops, now needs help. Goes back to DeAndre Dean. Now goes to Kidwell. Over in the corner they go, right side, and there's the 3-point by Gabbard. No, there's Burns diving on the floor again.
And jump ball.
It's a call here. It's going to be jump ball possession arrow favoring Dunbar.
Good hustle by both teams there. And I think, who is that? 35?
Yeah, it's
Burns.
Stacy Burns shaking. I'll tell you what, Coach, I'll say something about this young man. He has been on that floor all night long. That's about the 4th or 5th time he's been diving for a loose basketball there.
I think he might have cracked his head on the floor there a little bit too, Gary.
Second time we've had trainers out looking at it. Remember earlier in the game it was Michael Jefferson. As you talked about, Coach Atkins might have had a little bump to the head. And so
looking at his nose, and maybe checking to see if he got any breaks or anything like that.
That'll give us a chance to step out here on the White Greer Maggard High School basketball game. We're 11th region coverage will continue. Visit us on YouTube, youtube.com/PrepSpin. You can visit us on that. Visit us on Facebook. There, just go to facebook.com/PrepSpin. And also, of course, on Twitter, you can just go to twitter.com/PrepSpin, or you can follow us on that. And social media, it's a big deal these days, isn't it, Coach?
I tell you what, these young people are on it all the time, Gary.
Hollingsworth out top, goes in on Jefferson and lays it up and in. That is 7 for Tavion. And the lead is 10.
Dunbar extending that pressure.
Michael Jefferson was 7. 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first half. Over to DeAndre Dean, high archer, bullseye. They're going to say his foot was inside the line. That will only be a 2-pointer there for DeAndre Dean, the big 6'2" junior. He's got 4 now, 31-23. This Southern team's pretty good. Here's Brown, and that 3 is in and out. Rebounded by DeAndre Dean. Clears it out now to Short, Sean Short, who just checked in. That's Kidwell, Tanner with the ball. 2:45 and 31-23. Gabbard's got it in the paint area, kicks it back to Michael Jefferson. Jefferson goes to the basket, kicks it right to Gabbard. Gabbard goes in on Brown, throws it up, and trying to draw a foul there, no call. Here comes Tavion Hollingsworth. He's down the middle. Hollingsworth hanging and scoring, and it'll count.
Good man, Gary, right there. Showed great body control to get around that player that was setting up to take the charge. Just did that one little step and out to the side, and a nice little change of pace. Put it up with his right hand, made the basket.
All you can say about Tavion Hollingsworth is he's a solid basketball player.
I'll tell you what, as a junior, I'll tell you right now, I'm looking at him next year as the top player in the state. Has to be one of the candidates.
Free throw rolls off. And
talk about him when he misses a foul shot, huh?
Well, you knew that would happen.
That's right.
33-23. Dunbar by 10. That 10-point lead is the second time they've had a 10-point lead. Their biggest lead. 2:10 to go in the first half. Bounce pass on the high post there to Tanner Kidwell.
Kidwell right now.
Yep. Direct traffic. Kidwell to the basket. High archer rolls in there. Got the kind roll, didn't he? That's 6 for Kidwell. 33-25. Dunbar by 8 with a minute 50 to go here in the first half. Hollingsworth, he has 9 points and make it 11 now.
He's getting penetration and jumping up and shooting that jumper.
Hollingsworth on 5 of 8 shooting with 11 points. Lead back to 10. Third time Dunbar's enjoyed a 10-point lead. There's some contact there, no call, and it'll go out of bounds. And handling the ball there was Sean Short, the sophomore, but a little contact, but no harm, no foul. 35-25, and back in Darius Williams, and going out for Dunbar will be Vince Clark.
Vince Clark did a nice job coming in, Gary, playing good defense.
Yeah, he's a good defender.
Keep pressure on the ball.
Minute 29. Southern in jeopardy here. They're down 10. They're trying to keep it close, and Deontay Dean needs a timeout, and he gets it with a minute 21. Tell you about Bob Roberts Insurance. That's right, Joe and John Roberts and Bob Roberts are right here in Richmond, Kentucky. They're on Main Street. They insure half the great state of Kentucky. Bob Roberts Insurance. Check them out. Go online. Bob Roberts Insurance, and appreciate those folks sponsoring high school basketball. The Scholastic Ball Report this Saturday at noon. Our team of the week, Coach, Henry Clay Lady Blue Devils, Eric Sanford. Henry Clay doing a great job, 21 wins, and they're in the Final Four against Franklin County tomorrow night.
Yeah, that'll be a good matchup there. Depending on, Miss Liver gets to play, and how she's coming off that game absence because of an illness.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to watching that game.
And our scholar athletes are from Tate's Creek track. You got Robbie Lofton, who's a solid student, 3.5 GPA. You also have Ben Stone, and they're scholar athletes. And Jonathan Hawks, the football and track coach. They've got a good shot to win the state championship this year over at Tate's Creek with their track team. Ball stolen away by Tavion. He goes on Jefferson, crossover, and lays it up and in. You can't stop that. That's almost unstoppable. 13 for Hollingsworth now.
Defensive pressure by Dunbar starting to take its toll maybe on Madison Southern, Gary, and had some turnovers here. They've had, I think, 6 turnovers. No, excuse me. They've had 7.
12-point lead for Dunbar, the largest lead with 55 seconds to go here. Coming up after this one will be Woodford County to the basket. Jefferson,
Nice
what a
move.
circus shot, and they will count it.
Gotta keep reminding your kids on defense. He's left-handed. He's going to always come back to his left.
It's like in tennis.
Yeah.
When you play lefty in tennis, you just don't realize there's not that many lefties, you know. But you're right. You got to remember this kid uses the left, and he uses it very well.
He does a nice job, and he penetrates and spin back to his left. Got the defender on his hip and finished.
9 points for Michael Jefferson, the junior. Got it. Make it 10. So that three-point play gets it down to single digits now, 37-28, 45 seconds. Jordan Brown hands to Tavion Hollingsworth. Justin Kelly wide open underneath the basket, and they don't see him. Hollingsworth, the elbow jumper, good. 15 for Hollingsworth. There's Kidwell. He's got 3 players on him. Hands it off to a teammate. The 3.
Oh, got the roll.
No, just inside the
2.
3 rolls in there for Dean.
Good. Dunbar plays 1 shot. Yeah, Coach.
How about Dean coming off that bench, Coach? DeAndre's got 6 points. 39-30. Dunbar, and I tell you, Tavion Hollingsworth is just taking over this game the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I've got him with 15 points. My scoring's very unofficial.
No, it's 15, 7 to 10. Right here.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Home go there. And
Nice
Williams.
follow by Kelly, but not in time.
Not in time.
Williams.
Coach, all in all, not a bad first half. Even though Dunbar pulled away by 12 there late in the first half. Halftime score 39-30.
Well, I think, Gary, they had a little, Madison Southern had about a 2-minute stretch there where they just had too many turnovers. And when you do that against Dunbar, it's going to lead to layups on the other end, and it got them that lead.
Again, we'd like to thank our 11th Region Tournament sponsors here on the 11th Region Tournament. White, Greer, and Maggard. Dr. White joined me on, I tell you what, Dr. White joined me on the broadcast the other night. And
Did a nice job.
He did a nice job. The guy's got some analytical analyst qualities in him. Raising Cane's Chicken. Also Whitaker Bank Shot, UK Sports Medicine, Central Bank, Bob Roberts Insurance, Scholastic Ball Report on the CW Saturdays at noon, and Sutherland Chevrolet. See my great friends over there, Don Gabbard and the staff at Sutherland Chevrolet. Tell them you heard it here, 11th Region Tournament. We'll be back here at Alumni Coliseum, 39-30. Halftime score, Dunbar, who led by 12. They lead by 9 here at halftime over Madison Southern. We'll return after this.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm Other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back here at Alumni Coliseum, Gary Ball, Coach Donnie Atkins, and also William Warfield, the King of Stream. And I don't know how he makes it look this good, but like you said, Donnie, during the break there, it looks better than our TVs at home.
I tell you what, the clarity of the stream, Gary, is amazing to me. I mean, really, it's unbelievable. And what a great job that William's doing, trying to get out and use yourself, promote high school sports totally across the state. All the recognition you're all getting as well, sir. A lot of time, a lot of effort for you.
And kudos to you and Rick Shaw for the Kentucky Scoreboard Show on Friday nights. I know when Lewis Stout and I hosted that show together back in the day, the first few years it started, we only had about 14 or 15 stations. Well, it's grown a little bit since then.
40 stations.
Like threefold.
Yeah, and Gary, other than the UK network, it's probably the largest network in the state.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. I know the Sweet 16 radio network had one year had about 50 stations, I think, but that's just for one week, of the state tournament. And of course, the girls, the St. Elizabeth Healthcare KHSAA girls tournament moves up to BB&T at Northern Kentucky University. What a beautiful venue!
Very
I've actually
nice.
called a game there. That is a beautiful facility.
Nice facility up there. It'll be interesting to see how what the coaches say about playing in that facility, Gary, once they get there. Because it's been down at Bowling Green in Western for so long.
And Diddle Arena is a nice venue, too. And Western did a great job in that girls' tournament for years. And that will start, by the way, next Wednesday. The girls gets underway. The 11th region winner, which is either going to be Henry Clay, Franklin County, Lafayette, or Bryan Station, one of those four teams, they will play Wednesday afternoon in the second game at 1:30, so they'll get out of school.
So, a lot of kids are going, yes, win, yes, win, yes, win.
That's right. Exactly. And I can't believe this weather. As I drove over here about 4:30, 5 o'clock, it was snowing pretty good as I got to that Clays Ferry Bridge.
Hey, Gary, I was creeping coming over here today. I was, the roads were starting to get a little slushy, maybe a little icy, but hopefully it's supposed to warm up and go to straight rain here tomorrow, so it'll clear out and get out there. And then on Sunday, guess what? It's supposed to be 70.
Wow, spring-like.
Spring-like.
And let's look at some numbers from this first half, Coach Atkins. Let's start with Madison Southern. They trail 39-30. I thought Michael Jefferson, fantastic, 10 points, 6 rebounds, and left the game, remember, set out 3 or 4 minutes with that injury.
Yes, done a great job. Left-handed kid, and Coach Chalk, I know a couple times, watched him. He keeps reminding his players on defense he likes to go left and get on that left hand and stay on that left hand because he comes back to it all the time. But the young man has done a great job.
Caleb Miller knocked down those 3-pointers early on. He's got 6. Tanner Kidwell was 6, and DeAndre Dean was 6.
This gentleman right here, Stacy Burns, he's the one that sacrificed his body right there, going on the floor, done that a couple of times. He's doing the stuff as a coach you'd love to see. He's doing that blue-collar work and getting down and getting after it.
That's exactly right. And looking at Paul Dunbar, they were led by, who else? Tavion Hollingsworth, 15 points. He didn't have a whole lot. As a matter of fact, it was a long time before he scored his first basket. But, man, when he starts scoring, he goes in bunches, doesn't he?
Gary, the young man just has great body control. He's got great hand awareness around the basket. He can shift hands, shoot left and right-handed in close. He does a nice job of penetration to take care of the ball. He
is on line for a double-double, maybe a triple-double if he gets more rebounds. But he's got 15 points here at half, 5 assists and 4 rebounds.
Yeah. So
great job by him. Dontel Brown with 4 points and 3 rebounds. Darius Williams with 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting. 4 points for Jordan Lewis. But I think the big story, they're up 39-30. Dunbar's Justin Kelly, 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 behind the arc, 8 points. And for that young man, hit a couple of steals.
Gary, he's done an excellent job. They're giving him that outside shot. He's just taking his time and knocking it down. And on the defensive end, he's doing a nice job of keeping his man from scoring that much.
And another thing Dunbar is doing is protecting the basketball coach. Only 2 turnovers by the Bulldogs in the first half. There lies why you've got because a rebounding edge right now is for Southern, but when you only got 2 turnovers and your opponent's got 7, you're probably going to have a 39-30 lead at halftime.
You know, it's 7 more possessions you get. If you score on half of them and you just score, a field goal is 6 points. So that could give you right there the difference in the game.
Well, they are shooting lights out. Dunbar 63% on 17 of 27 from the field. And then, of course, the Southern team shooting 45%, Coach. And, yeah, you're looking at the paint. Look at that paint scoring there, Coach.
28 points, 28 out of their 39 points in the paint area. Over 75% of the points coming inside. That's because of the penetration or the rebound putbacks. And that's you got to stop them from penetrating to the basket. That's the second. In the second half, Madison Southern's got to come out and do a better job of keeping that man in front of him and not let him penetrate off the dribble.
Any other stats really stick out at you there, Coach Atkins?
No, the points in the paint just because the penetration and happening on the drives by Dunbar are really affecting Madison Southern right now.
39-30 Dunbar. What can Southern do, Coach? If you're the coach of Madison Southern, what do you tell your ball club coming out here for the second half?
I think we just got to go in. We got to regroup. We got to talk about what we need to do defensively and not let penetration happen. Keep our man in front of us and then box out and rebound, and just control the turnovers a little bit. You know, they had 7 in the first half. That's not bad, really. 7 or 8 in the first half. That's not bad because of how they were playing early.
But 2's a lot better.
Yeah, 2's a lot better. Now, on the reverse side, Dunbar's got to try to pick their pace up. In other words, they got to try to make Southern play at a little quicker pace than they want to. And they did that, and that's how they got their turnovers and got their baskets easy.
And Coach Atkins, I want to thank all the tournament managers of this. Donna Martin from Dunbar and doing a great job with this tournament, and you and a lot of folks with the Dunbar staff. Who else we need to thank, Coach? For
first of all, Miss Raines, the principal at Dunbar, is doing an excellent job. Donna Martin and Jenny Hill are the actually with Coach Chalker, the 3 athletic directors at Dunbar.
Yeah, there's a trifecta there.
Yeah, and she's got an excellent staff, and they do a nice job. She's getting a lot of help from her. I see Nick Runyon, the girls basketball coach down there, helping out tonight. So she's called on a lot of different people in the Dunbar family to come and help out with this. That's what you have to have.
And love to Hugh Davis, who does the stats here and keeps us informed. We've got the stat monitor, the laptop. We've got the TV monitor there as well that William put together. William's got the big production board going over there. Man, this is got
the big jukebox going on.
So we got it all here. We'll come back with about 3:40 to go before the second half. Looks like a spaceship in here. I feel like I'm refilming the movie The Martian or something with Matt Damon. Did you see that movie, by the way?
No, I did not. No.
Yeah, you got to see The Martian.
See that.
Oh, it's excellent. 39-30. Dunbar on top of Madison Southern with Coach Donnie Atkins, Gary Ball with William Orfield. We'll return here to Alumni Coliseum with second half action after this timeout.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Gary Ball with Coach Donnie Atkins, state champion coach with the Lafayette Generals back in 2001. I've told you this before, but I'm going to tell you again. I went to that state tournament just purely as a spectator that year when you took that Lafayette team, because I've always liked Lafayette High School over the years when I grew up as a kid in Lexington, but moved to Boone County when I was a sophomore, went to high school up there, but always a big Lexington Lafayette fan. And that was one of the most fun state tournaments I've been a part of. I sat behind the one basket down there in the end zone and just had a blast.
It was pretty fun for me too, Gary.
I bet it was. A lot more fun for Donnie than it was for Gary, I'm
I tell
sure.
you what, the young people there, I told the people this law, I tell them anytime I talk about it, those young people mature in that last 3 weeks of the season more than they did the whole year, and that's a credit to them.
And weren't you guys going into the district just above 500 or something?
13-11.
13-11. But you won the big prize with a 13-11 record. With the ball is Burns. Here's a three-pointer off the mark. Boy, that would have been huge for Sargent. That would have cut the lead to 6. Long pass to Hollingsworth, and they overshoot him. A little bit too strong there. And down here, Coach, you get the miss on the 3 that would have cut it to 6, and then Dunbar comes on the other way. That's only the 3rd turnover of the game.
And Dunbar coming down, picking up full court. Keep pressure. Oh, nice.
Pass in the middle to Tanner Kidwell. Nice move by Jefferson. Well, we kind of raved about him at halftime, and he's got 12 points. That kid can play. 39-32, Dunbar by 7. And here's Lewis's 3. No good. Box out and batted around. Coming out of there with it is Caleb Miller. Miller hit those 2 threes, I believe, in the first period, but then they clamped down on him.
Yeah. Southern came out of the locker room, Gary, and ran a design play for him to get a 3. He just missed it. Had a wide open 3, just didn't knock it down. Start the quarter.
Gabbard to Jefferson to Kidwell. Scissors.
Nice.
Kidwell to the basket. Put it up and in. It'll count.
Nice move by Kidwell to cross over there in the lane, go with his left hand, and knock down the layup.
I'll tell you, Southern, I'm impressed with the Eagles. Very impressed.
They've done a nice job. You know, Gary, we got a timeout, Dunbar.
Coach Chalk wants a timeout. He liked the way they were able to maneuver that to the basket.
And Gary, you know, you look at it. Okay, Southern plays within 1 of Madison Central.
That's
Early
right.
December, Central beat Dunbar.
Right.
So, you know, that's kind of tells you a little bit if you're just going to go that way. They can play if they want to play.
Speaking of Madison Central, I text back and forth with Coach Feldhouse today. He's, of course, a little, you know, because he lost that tough game last night to Scott County. But speaking of this region, he was voted by the coaches as the region coach of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
So that tells you what the coaches think of the job Allen did.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you got Scott Chalk over here, the #1 team in the state. And, of course, Daniel Brown right over there to our right, 28-7-5 Henry Clay team. I mean, that's right in the region.
Yes.
That's right in this region we're talking about.
And we're going to talk to both coaches Friday night, Gary, on the scoreboard show tomorrow night, to Daniel and Scott.
Outstanding. At the line, Kidwell, good free throw shooter. And Kidwell with 8 points now, make it 9. 39-35, that 9-point lead is now 4. Lewis hands now to Darius Williams. Williams into the paint, spin move, throws it up. Looked like a clean block there by Jefferson, but a whistle foul call. Darius Wood with a nice spin cycle there.
Anytime you reach that way over a shooter, reaching over towards the ball, you're going to call that foul.
What water temperature Darius likes, warm or cold or hot when he's in that spin cycle. Darius's free throw good.
First time he's scored in a while. Gary.
Yes, you're exactly right, Coach. It's been since early in the second quarter, actually. 6:59 to third. Dunbar 40, Madison Southern 35, and Darius makes it 41-35. 6-point lead in the middle to Jefferson. Jefferson knocked away by Williams, but Jefferson with those quicks gets it right back. He's in trouble, though. Goes to Miller. Miller goes in on Brown and won't go there. Rebounded by Dontel Brown. How many boards from Mr. Brown there, Coach Atkins?
Mr. Brown has rebounds, 4.
4 rebounds. Shot won't go there from Lewis, but Jordan kicks it back out to Williams. Darius behind the back, in the paint, puts it up and in. Boy, how'd he make that shot? Right over top the big fella Gabbard from Southern. Lead back to 8. It was 39-30 at half, and they cut it down. Southern cut it down to 39-35, and now it's back to 43-35. To the basket, Burns, and he's going to draw the foul.
Foul's on Brown, probably reaching in from behind there.
One thing I've noticed, Coach, is Madison Southern's coach, Shane Butcher, saying, hey, guys, take it to the hole strong and challenge them, because every kid from Southern's doing that.
Yep. They break the press, they challenge. You got to challenge the basket. You got to go, and you got to make them play defense.
Stacy Burns 2 for 2 at the line, making 3 for 3 at the line for Stacy. Hey, Coach, you really like to hustle this young man, don't you, sir?
Done a nice job. As a coach, you got to have those kids that lay it out there for you. That say, Coach, what do you want me to do? I'll guard the best guy they got. I'll rebound. I'll go out for after loose balls. I'll do what I have to do for our team to win.
Kid can obviously knock down free throws. He's 4 for 4. 43-37. Dunbar by 6. They have the ball and the lead.
Really packing it back in that zone right
Williams
there.
lost a handle. Dontel Brown, the football player, he works it up strong. There's a stick back. Williams rebounded by DeAndre Dean. And they lead it out now to Kidwell, and he scoops it high off glass and good. Tanner Kidwell. What a great catch.
People wanted to walk, but you can't walk if you don't have the basketball.
Hollingsworth to Lewis. Jordan Lewis, a senior. Ball knocked away. Kidwell, and Williams got a hand on it, and they're helping out the official with the call, Tanner Kidwell.
Cut the lead down to 4.
And get it to a basket here if they can knock one down here. 5:41 to go. 43-39, Coach. So 9-4 run here as Dunbar led 39-30 at half. 5:32 in the third period. Michael Jefferson over to Tanner Kidwell. Dunbar in the zone. Kidwell and Jefferson play catch. Now Jefferson says, come out and help me here, Caleb Miller, and he does. He obliges.
They're showing some good patience here. Working for the best shot they can get. They know what that is. I'm sure they practice on it.
Kidwell hop, skip, and a jump. Brown says, no, I don't think I'm going to let you have this.
Got a nice job of getting it in the middle of the zone, Gary. Kidwell right there needs just to turn and catch and shoot. He's wide open right there when he's coming up off that low post area up into the foul line area.
Long pass out to Michael Jefferson. I believe Jefferson plays for Coach Lee DeForest in the summer ball, AAU ball.
Wow.
Lee was telling me what a great player he is, and he is a nice player. To the baskets, we talk about him, scoops it up and in.
Nice job, left-handed. Again, they're letting him get to his left.
43-41. Dunbar's lead is only 2. Williams stops for 15. Bullseye. Whenever they need a big basket, they just go to Darius, Tavion, Lewis, make it look easy, don't they?
Another foul and a hold on Williams.
(45-41). Darius Williams, who had 8 at half. He's got a dozen now.
14. In Hollingsworth with 14 or 15 points.
You're right, because he just scored on that jumper. 45-41. Kidwell spinning, throws it up, stolen out of there. Brown, here comes Hollingsworth to the basket. Blocked there by Jefferson. They say off of Hollingsworth, they're going to give it to Madison Southern, and their confidence growing each possession now here in the third period.
They're playing tough and playing hard against Dunbar.
It'll be Woodford County, Henry Clay, at 8:15 tonight. Rebecca Cook's going to join us for that one, my intern from Franklin County. Miller thought about it. Moves to the basket, hangs off glass, no, and rebounded by Williams. That was a good look there by Miller.
It was. Got nice penetration. Didn't do the...
There's the left hand, and that won't go. 45-41, 3:54. And, you know, when you get to the regional tournament, Diana, you play in these regional 11th regions, it's survive and advance. And, you know, both teams come in there like, you know, Dunbar's probably a 10, 15-point favorite tonight, but Madison Southern doesn't seem to know that.
Well, Gary, I think their coaching staff at Madison Southern's done a great job of preparing them for about a week now, getting ready for this regional tournament. And they've done a super job of doing some little things that can keep them in the game.
You know, the same thing could happen in the next game. Woodford County, heavy underdog to that really good Henry Clay team, but you know, Woodford County could come in here and shoot the lights out and play with Henry Clay. Anything can happen. Yeah. Made the first one, Darius missed the second one. 46-41, Dunbar by 5. Their biggest lead, Coach Atkins, has been 12.
I had a great coaching mentor, Coach Roy Walton. He said you can get everybody ready to play. You can get anybody ready to play one game. And
Miller,
you know what? You can do it.
That's right. Miller thought about the three. Instead takes it to the basket. No, Kidwell.
Lost it.
Kidwell lost it to Hollingsworth. Tavion coming out there with it. 3:30 to go in the third. 46-41. Wide open Williams. Got it.
Big three.
Darius Williams knocks it down.
Coming back left.
Dean hands it back to Jefferson. 15 now for 18. Check it. 18 now for Williams. Darius.
Yeah, that's his third.
That's the only thing I notice about Darius, and we've done quite a few Dunbar games this year. He tends to get into foul trouble because he's real aggressive with his hands.
And he reaches good, playing Southern, playing solid defensively.
He goes out, and you got Justin Kelly in there now, Dontel Brown, Jordan Brown, Lewis, and Tavion Hollingsworth. That's DeAndre Dean to the basket on Brown. Throws it up, no. Dean gets it back. Brown there. Dean turns, hooks it up, draws the foul.
Foul's on Brown.
That's going to go on Brown. That'll be his third.
But he hit his arm on the shot.
So Brown and Williams with three, and that's going to get some activity off the Dunbar bench. Looks like Vince Clark's going to check in for Scott Chalk. At the line, shooting two will be Deontay Dean, and he's got 6. He misses that one as it rolls off. So there you go, the big fella, 6'5", Dontel Brown out, and coming in will be Vince Clark, 6-foot senior.
And right now, Southern needs to take advantage of this situation with Brown and Williams both on the bench. 3 fouls in the third quarter.
Tavion Hollingsworth does a great job staying out of foul trouble. You look up there, he's got 15 points, hasn't scored here in the third, but no fouls.
No fouls. Good players don't foul.
That's right, you're right.
Really, good players do not foul. They stay out of it.
I don't remember Oscar Robertson fouling out. I'm sure he did. Tavion kicks it over right side. The three-pointer there for Gadd won't go. That was Jared Gadd, the freshman, just checked in to the basket. Jefferson, I think Gadd got a piece of it.
Yeah. 21, the foul should be on. Yes.
Jared Gadd, he's a 6'2" freshman. They really like his upside at Dunbar. There's a good shot from our camera angle at Hyatt Alumni Coliseum. Steven up there running the camera.
Steve running the camera tonight.
Michael Jefferson at the line, rolls in there. Boy, he's got a nice soft touch, doesn't he?
Yep. Gary, a lot of left-handers look a little awkward on their shooting. He does not.
49-43. No, he does not look awkward, does he, Coach?
No. As he just shoots one 13 feet on a 15-foot line. My legs might be getting a little tired. Got to get that down and up there.
2:45 in the third, and Dunbar 49, Southern 43. Gary Ball, Coach Don Atkins, and William Warfield. Into the paint. I thought Lewis might have got away with a charge there, so he kind of pushed off with the elbow, but here comes Tanner Kidwell. Kidwell to the basket. He hangs no. Battles for it. Gets a hand on it. Hollingsworth streaks out of there with it. Hollingsworth into traffic and lays it up and in. 17 for Tavion. 51-43.
Gary, the best part of that right there was at the end where he finished. He went right to the front of the rim, to say, hey, if you're going to block it, you have to block it at the front of the rim.
Hollingsworth gets tangled up, and shot is going to be knocked down by Jefferson. See if
foul on Gad again.
Yeah, foul on Gad. He's going to shoot 2. Oh, so they counted the basket. Man, that was NBA continuation in my estimation, but it'll count. Jefferson will take it. And he knocks down the free throw. Jefferson now, man, he's got a great ball game going with 18 points. We'll have to look at the scoring as our stat monitors went out, so we'll have to look at the scoring up on the big board here at Alumni Coliseum. 51-46, Southern hanging around, Coach. Gad out to Kelly. Tavion Hollingsworth gets a pick from Kelly, slices to the basket, falls down, and nice rebound by Jefferson. Got Kidwell out in front of him. Hollingsworth there playing defense.
Hollingsworth just got a little out of control. Coach Chalk wants the foul because felt like he got the same call at the other end.
Miller hands it now to Tanner Kidwell. A minute 25, 51-46. Kidwell bounces over now. Here's Miller, a high arcing 3. Off the mark, no rebound by Hollingsworth. Miller hit those 2 early, but that ball is knocked away, and they're going to say last touch by Dunbar. They're going to give it to Southern. Madison Southern right out of Richmond here. Coming up, Henry Clay, Woodford County, and Coach, you'll have that one with me with Rebecca Cook, and that's set to tip at 8:15.
Yeah, should be a fantastic ball game, Gary.
Tomorrow night, we'll have the girls semifinals. Franklin County, Henry Clay at 6:30, and then Lafayette Station at 8:15.
Special play here for Madison Southern. Coach call. Let's see what it is.
Scott True will join me tomorrow night. Left side, they give it up now to Sargent. Steal by Brown. Brown goes in, and Kidwell fouls him.
Nice job by Dunbar right there on the cross out front. Switching that real quick, getting a hand in the passing lane, knocking it loose. Staying after it when he got it. So Brown will go to the line to shoot 2.
Kidwell picked up his second foul. Coach, Dunbar already putting Southern into bonus with 17 fouls. That's just 3 fouls against Madison Southern here in the third. At the line is Jordan Brown.
Got to step to the line, hit those foul shots.
I'm assuming he's related to Dontel.
I don't know. We'll have to find that out.
We do know this.
Yes, that's right.
Jordan Lewis is Donnie Lewis's younger brother. I've been wondering that all season. Thanks for coaching.
Nice rebound.
Rebound by Clark. Blocked away by Gabbard, though. Griffin Gabbard, but it went off of Madison Southern. Going to give it back to Dunbar. Good block by the big fellow, number 44. 6'4" senior for the Eagles of Southern. Clark loops it way out to Hollingsworth. He's going to let it bounce in backcourt with 48 seconds to go here.
Scott plays one shot.
51-46, Dunbar by 5 with 43 seconds in the third period. Here from Alumni Coliseum, Kelly comes out, sets a pick for Hollingsworth. He goes to Clark, 3-pointer. He rattles it in. Vince Clark, just calling the microwave.
Big shot.
54-46. Dunbar's biggest lead has been 12, and they lead by 8 right now with 18 seconds. That's Michael Jefferson. 18 points for Madison Southern's had a well of a ball game. And Jefferson, only a junior. He's back next year for Shane Butcher. Over now to Gabbard. Gabbard lost it. Jefferson on the floor. Jump ball call. Possession arrow with 2.6. We'll give it to the Bulldogs.
See if we get a shot.
That was a huge 3 by Vince Clark out of the corner there. I mean, you're holding on to a precarious 5-point lead. You knock down the big 3 like that. Here is Lewis launching. He has hit a number of those long shots before quarters and halves this year. We head to the final quarter. Paul Lawrence Dunbar, one of the top ranked teams in the state, been number 1 most of the season, number 2 or 3, depending on the poll you look at right now. Christian County, a lot of folks in love with that team. 54-46. We'll come back with the final quarter of the first game tonight. Woodford County, Henry Clay will battle in the second game tonight here on PrepSpin. The White Greer Maggard High School Basketball Game of the Week, and we'll return here to Alumni Coliseum.
White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Back for the final quarter here between Paul Dunbar and Madison Southern. And Coach, it's 54-46, but you know Southern's held their own here against this #1 ranked Dunbar team.
Gary, they've outscored Dunbar 1 point in the third quarter. You know, if they can just stay close.
Miller looking, now gets it in now to Kidwell. Kidwell streaks in on Jordan Brown. 7:55 to play. Thanks for tuning in tonight to PrepSpin in high definition. Griffin Gabbard hands it to Jefferson. Jefferson back out to DeAndre Dean. Front of the iron no, tapped around, and coming out of there with it is Clark for Dunbar. Clark, good ball handler, wraps around. We're going to have a reaching foul called on DeAndre Dean.
Update, Gary, from the 12th region. Boyle County defeated Wayne County. I think, I don't know what the final score was. Maybe William can find it for us in a little bit.
Hollingsworth and Darius Williams have combined for 35 of the Dunbar points. 18 for Michael Jefferson for Madison Southern. Lewis thought about the three, bounces over to Tavion. Left elbow back to Lewis, works right, kicks it in the corner now to Jordan Brown.
Right back to Lewis.
Back to Lewis, three-pointer out of the right side, got it!
That just looks smooth from the get-go.
57-46, Dunbar by 11, 7:15 to play here. Winner moves on to the semifinals. Lafayette will play that first semifinal game against Scott County Saturday at 1:30. The winner here will take on either Henry Clay or Woodford County in the second game Saturday. Kidwell back to Jefferson. Ball knocked away. Whistle, foul called, and Jordan Lewis did not like it. So that'll be bonus now for Michael Jefferson. Jefferson with 18. His 18 points equal Darius Williams' 18 for Dunbar. But remember, Darius and Dontel Brown picked up their third fouls there in that last quarter. Free throw missed, tapped around. Jefferson gets it back. Goes now to Burns. Burns has it knocked away on the floor. Burns diving on the floor again and finally gets it over to Jefferson. He's on the floor, but the officials saying he touched the ball out of bounds. They're going to give it back to Dunbar with 6:48 to play. And Bulldogs leading by 11, 57.
Hollingsworth just happened to be laying out of bounds, touching the ball, creating that turnover.
Kidwell down low now to Gabbard. Gabbard hooks it up and rattles in and out.
That's tough.
Going halfway down. Jordan Lewis hands to Hollingsworth, stops from 15, got it. 19 for Tavion Hollingsworth. The lead is 13. Jefferson bounces in the corner to Miller. Miller hangs, won't go. Whistle, foul called offensively. Kelly there, that's what he does well. Justin Kelly there with those great feet.
Held his position, took the charge offensively. Nice job of the young man.
Darius Williams becoming the fourth all-time leading scorer in Dunbar history. Who do you think's number one?
Maybe Darnell?
Darnell Burton. Played at the University of Cincinnati, was a great player up there. 6:26 to go in this one. Dunbar trying to pull away a little bit. They lead 59-46. We'll return here on PrepSpin. Well, we'll tell you first about our social media. Thank you, Mr. Warfield. Twitter, you go to twitter.com/PrepSpin for that one, or YouTube, you can visit us on there. And that's youtube.com/PrepSpin for the YouTube. And then, of course, on Facebook, just go to facebook.com/PrepSpin. And then, of course, on Twitter. Do you tweet, Coach?
No.
Twitter.com/PrepSpin. So check that out. And my Twitter is at @SCH_ball report. At @SCH_ball report if you want to follow me on Twitter. I always have pictures and stuff of the teams coming on my show every Saturday. And, of course, Eric Sanford, what a great job he's done with Henry Clay's girls. They play in the Final Four tomorrow night against Franklin County, the pre-tournament favorite. And then you got Lafayette and Bryan Station. Well, that's going to be a war, that Lafayette Station game.
And Bryan Station is playing a lot better, Gary. They've been off and on all year long. Right now, they're playing, really strong.
What has Dunbar done here, Donnie, to pull out here with this 59-46 13-point lead?
Well, it's just a turnover situation by Madison Southern, Gary. Again, they've given them about 3 in a row. They've got, I think they're up to, what, 14 now?
Looks like, yeah.
Had 5 in the third quarter.
Deep in the corner. Brown, they swing it around now to Darius Williams. He hands to Justin Kelly.
Dunbar's doing a little stall game here, trying to get somebody to break open on a backdoor cut. Ooh, there was Hollingsworth right there.
Under 6 minutes to play, and Dunbar trying to move on to the semifinals Saturday afternoon to join Lafayette and Scott County in the Final Four. Henry Clay will battle Woodford County after this one. 8:15 tip here at Alumni Coliseum. To the basket, Lewis kicks it back over to Brown. Way out top, they come to Hollingsworth now. He backs it back out of there. Dunbar definitely running clock here, Coach Atkins.
Taking time, working on the best shot, getting somebody open inside.
Lewis, they've already run about a minute or so off that clock. Lewis to the basket, dumps it over to Kelly. Did he?
Got a foul.
He got grabbed there before he tried to spin out of that.
Foul's on Jefferson reaching in.
On Jefferson, that is just his second foul. 16 fouls, so no bonus for Dunbar. Lob well. What a great move there by Hollingsworth to leap up and
did he climb up and get that?
He's not your average high school player. Lewis, he's in trouble. Hands it to Justin Kelly. Kelly over to Brown. He's going to be grabbed, and now his bonus situation for Jordan Brown.
Dunbar made them come out and get more aggressive on the defense. Now let's see if they can hit their foul shots.
Foul went on Southern's Stacy Burns. That's his second. Team 7, so bonus now for Dunbar and Jordan Brown. Brown shooting 1+1, and he got it.
Nice job by the young man going to the line, stepping that. The team needs you.
60-46. Dunbar, that 14-point lead represents their biggest lead.
Yes.
Remember, they had a 13-point lead. Brown misses the second one. Kidwell, but Brown gets it back. Brown tips it over to Hollingsworth, and they're going to say last touch. Looked like it was touched by Southern. Coach Chalk didn't like the call, and of course the Dunbar fans. The dog pound is right behind that basket there, Coach.
I think he had the wrong leg and who had hit off of, Gary.
60-46. Here comes Tanner Kidwell. Southern. Kidwell, stutter step to the basket, strong, scoop and score. Nice job there by Kidwell. Cannot be denied. He has 13 now. 60-48 Dunbar, 4:45 to the basket. Lewis hanging blocked there by the big fella, Gabbard. Gabbard coming out. He's got numbers, 3-on-2. He bounces over to Burns. Burns hangs and draws the foul there on Williams. That'll be 4 on Darius.
Chalk just looks down his bench and points and says, got to come out.
So Darius Williams just picked up his 4th with 4:36. Coach talking with his assistants. One of those guys is Marquise Esler.
Burns knocks down the first.
Free throw won't go there. 4:33 to play, 60-49. Across the line is Lewis. It's been a good ball game, Coach Atkins. It really has. Been entertaining.
You know what? And sometimes when that first round of the regional play, you want a tough game. You want to see what your kids are going to do, how they're going to respond to a situation that they may face down the road somewhere.
I tell you what, if Henry Clay does beat, if Dunbar holds on here, and Lewis, of course, Southern, they do call a technical on him, kind of like the Isaac Humphreys situation with Kentucky. He kind of pounded the ball down, but he didn't mean any intentional anything, but they're going to call a technical foul on him. And 60-49, 4:07.
Here's how this should go down. Williams was fouled. So if it's a technical foul, he has to shoot the foul shots. Coach Chalk, I think, might have substituted, but he will shoot the foul shots and then goes from there. Point of interruption, it should be Madison Southern's ball. After technical foul shots, it should be Lafayette should still shoot the bonus.
60-49, and technical foul called on Jordan Lewis for slamming the ball down.
I don't like to see a senior do that, especially in this game situation right here.
I really don't know why he did it.
No.
I mean, it wasn't the situation there to do it. I know he was unhappy about something, but they'll never slam the ball down like that, especially when you got an official right there 5 feet from you.
Yeah. And, you know, it's like against the Kentucky situation. What happens if you slam the ball right down like that and catch it? Is it the same thing? Or is it just because it got away from it?
Probably.
Yeah.
But Burns, who will be up there.
Shooting bonus. Or the two technicals, excuse me.
Good. So we've got a 60-50 ball game with still, Coach, 4:07 to play.
A lot of time. A lot of time.
Madison Southern's Stacy Burns got them both. Now we know why he was up there shooting. Kid's got a stroke. He is 6 for 6 at the line. Let's look at the official stat. No, they've got him 7 of 8 at the line. I missed those two, so 7 of 8 at the line. I believe all 7 of his points are at the charity side. Yeah, that's correct.
Trying to figure out why they still didn't get to shoot the foul shots.
Tanner Kidwell. That's why you're a state championship coach and I'm not. Kidwell throws it up and it won't go. And rebounded by Tavion Hollingsworth. And man, he got up there.
And then
Hollingsworth, yeah, he's going to take a shot.
Burns.
And also looked like Miller might have got an elbow. Tavion got a little bit of his lip might be bleeding a little bit. They called the foul on Burns of Madison Southern. So going to the line will be Tavion Hollingsworth. Dunbar 60, Madison Southern 51. 3:50 to play. Crowd starting to really pick up here at Alumni Coliseum. There'll be a nice crowd in here for Henry Clay and Woodford County. Hollingsworth with 19. Missed that one. Tell you what, if Madison Southern come down here and stick a 3, Coach, they're right back in this thing.
Tighten it up some.
Kidwell hands it to Miller. Miller scissors through, hands it to Jefferson. Jefferson to the basket, and he banks it home. Boy, this Jefferson kid's got game, Coach. He also has 20 points.
20 points.
3:30, 60, 53. Hollingsworth to the basket, and
right
he
to the
scores.
rim.
That's 21 for Tavion Hollingsworth, right at his average. Spinning Kidwell, right side off glass, no, tapped up. Gabbard, no, rebounded by Dontel Brown. 3 minutes, 12 seconds. Henry Clay and Woodford right after this one. Long pass. Clark hanging and rolls off there, tapped around, and coming out there with it, Hollingsworth, and then collision there by Jefferson as Hollingsworth and Jefferson hit the floor. And Jefferson is going to be up, but okay, 3:01. Guys just hustling after the basketball.
Gary, you got to like how both these teams are playing hard, competing.
Madison Southern does not know that this Dunbar team's been ranked #1 team in the state most of the season. Right now, currently second. I believe the last one poll I saw had Christian County 1, Covington Catholic was up there, and then Dunbar up among the top 2 or 3 in the state.
And right behind them was Henry Clay.
Oh, Henry Clay's solid. Daniel Brown's done a terrific job. They beat Scott County, of course, in the district final at Scott County. Hollingsworth knocked down his 22nd point. He's been the big story. Also, Darius Williams with 18, but Darius in foul trouble with 4. He's back in the ball game with 3:01 to play. Hollingsworth, that one rolled out of there. Rebounded by Kidwell. Tanner Kidwell, the senior. Hands to Michael Jefferson, the junior, 2:48. Jefferson wanting to penetrate on Williams, hands it now. Miller stops and pops. High arcer from 15, air ball. Somebody might have got a piece of that one.
Hollingsworth blocked that.
Hollingsworth got a piece of that one, partially blocked it. 2:41 to go in the ball game. And Dunbar 63, Southern out of Richmond, Madison Southern 53.
This big guy can step to the line here, and he's going to shoot 2.
Madison Southern shooting 40% on the game. Big Dontel Brown. Dontel with 4 points. Those all came in the first quarter. Missed the free throw. Dontel 6'6", a junior, and they're saying he will be a big tight end for the football team who at Dunbar has got a new coach now.
Yes.
Chris Mullins,
Chris
right?
Mullins, Green County, named this week, right, Monday, press conference.
Brown's second one.
Nice.
Bullseye. 64-53. Dunbar's led by 14 right now. They lead by 11. But Madison Southern's, every time Dunbar's got that 13, 14-point lead, Southern's been able to cut into it.
Battle back.
2:32 and battle back in it. Michael Jefferson with 20 points. Kicks it in the corner. Dean, that's an air ball. Pulled out of there by Dunbar. Williams spinning. Now hands it back to Brown, over to Tavion Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth hangs and goes strong to the basket. Fouled there by DeAndre Dean. That's 3 on Dean now, and that will send Tavion Hollingsworth, and he has 22 points, Coach. That leads everybody. You got 20 for Michael Jefferson for Madison Southern, 22 for Tavion. Just a normal day at the office for Tabe.
He'd like to see him step to the line and hit these foul shots. He's missed 3 now. He's 2 for 7 at the foul line. Doesn't say that's 5. Moved 3 in the last part here.
Nice crowd in here at Alumni Coliseum. Henry Clay will battle Woodford County after this one. Tavion got the second one. Tavion with 23 now. He didn't like the little extracurricular there by Miller after that. Kind of went. Tavion says something to the official. Jefferson blocked there by Tavion. Hollingsworth kicks it over to Williams. Here comes Darius Williams with Brown in front of him. Brown gives it back to Williams, and Williams going to be fouled there by Griffin Gabbard of Madison Southern. Minute 56 to go here, and that will send Williams to the line. And Williams, if he knocks down these 2 free throws, he'll have 20 points in the ballgame, 18.
Very nice job there by Williams, giving it up to Brown out in front, and then Brown did an excellent job giving it right back to him because the defense, he drew it to him and dished it right back.
I thought Dontel was going to do one of those Tyler Ulysses and throw it off the board and let Darius throw it down.
No.
Tavion still talking to the official. Free throw connected by Darius Williams. There's just a lot of parts of this team here for Dunbar. You got Darius Williams, who's, what schools are looking at him, Coach?
I don't know, Gary.
You got Tavion, who's going to be one of the best players in the state next year, a junior. Darius missed that one, rebounded there by Griffin Gabbard. Gabbard's going to take it himself to the basket on Brown and put it up, and it rolls in. A nice move by
Timeout,
Gabbard.
Madison Southern.
Well, he knew that Dontel Brown had 3 fouls to minute 46, 66-55. White Greer and Maggard tonight. Title sponsor here on the broadcast. One of the Bob Roberts Insurance. That's right, Joe and John Roberts. They played their high school basketball right here at Madison and Richmond for.
I've known all the Roberts brothers since they were very small. They used to come to Kyle Macy basketball camp. And just fantastic people. They really are.
They're
super.
awesome guys,
Yeah.
aren't they? And of course, they, along with their father Bob, run Bob Roberts Insurance right here in Richmond on Main Street.
Always been very supportive of high school athletics.
They really have, and appreciate everything they do for high school sports with the KHSAA and with a lot of other promotions they are involved with.
Okay, right now, Madison Southern's going to have to pick up full court, try to get some turnovers, get a 5-second count. And, it's a minute 46, 11-point lead. Not insurmountable, but they have to play smart, not foul. And if they do, who do you foul? Well, I would go after Mr. Brown as soon as he caught the ball, try to put him on the line and see if he can hit some foul shots.
Woodford County, Chandler Stewart, the sophomore sharpshooter, averaging 15. You got Keegan Stromberg, Tucker Sly, Wes Smith, Trevor White. Those guys, they'll try to counter Henry Clay's, of course, dynamic duo of Pun Tisdale and Leander Ridgeway. They have 64 points in the district final combined, 33 and 31 apiece. 33 for Tisdale, 31 for Ridgeway. Fouling backcourt. And they're going to call this on Sean Short, the sophomore.
And Mr. Brown going to line for 1 and 1. He's 1 for 4 so far in the game.
So at the line will be Jordan Brown, senior. He's been a solid player this year for Scott Chalk.
Nice job.
Knocked down the free throw, and it's his second point of the ball game. He gets in the newspaper. 67-55.
Nope.
Missed that one. Rebounded by Tanner Kidwell. For Southern. Looking. Gives it now to Burns. Gives it now to Gabbard. He goes in on Brown. Throws it up. No. And Gabbard tries to get it back. Jefferson's got it. He waits, and we're going to have a whistle foul called. And I believe that's going to go on Brown.
He was on Hollingsworth. Yep. On the arm. We'll shoot 2. You don't like to see that. You don't like to see the clock stop and get an opportunity to score. Missed 2 shots right there and didn't get the rebound on Dunbar.
Short. Michael Jefferson, the southpaw. And going out will be Stacy Burns. Great job by him tonight along with Griffin Gabbard. Great job by Gabbard, who's also a senior. So a couple kids might have just ended their careers at Madison Southern right there checking out. Jefferson's second free throw pops through for him. That's 21 for Michael Jefferson. Minute 24. Trouble in backcourt. They get it. They go to short. He lays it up and in.
Timeout.
Makes it 67-58. Dunbar by 9 with a minute 22 to go here in the contest.
Turnover and a little tight.
White Greer Maggard tonight. Coach, Madison Southern, irregardless if they lose this game, they can go out here saying, you know, we played one of the top teams in the state of Kentucky. Pretty tough here tonight.
Well, Gary, they've done an excellent job. They've controlled the game, tried to control the game. You know, there's been a couple of 2-3 minute spans where they've got rattled a little bit, made some turnovers, and given Dunbar the opportunity to get out and get in transition, make some easy baskets. But other than that, they've played a super game. I like how their aggressiveness, how they've gone after the ball and everything like that. So the only bad thing about it right now, they run out of timeouts.
Yes, sir.
So that's tough.
Donnie
have no way of stopping the clock except maybe foul.
Donnie, it's been great working with you on this. I know you've got some commitments tomorrow night with the middle school, right?
Yeah, we have our middle school championships tomorrow night in Fayette County, so I've got to be there for those, and looking forward to seeing some of our younger players.
And, of course, a lot of folks may not know, but you also work the UK basketball game, so you got a little commitment Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. So I'll be here Saturday night for the finals.
Gotcha.
For the girls' finals.
But anyway, thank you for all your great help this year. You and I have done a number of games together over the years. Started back about 14, 15 years ago. We did some TV, did some radio games together at WLAP. Always enjoy working with you. 67.
Got a foul.
I'll tell you what, this kid right here, one thing about Southern, every one of their kids will put it out there. They'll lay it out there. They hustle.
They played hard tonight.
You can tell they love the game of basketball. In the next game tonight, Henry Clay and Woodford County, Rebecca Cook will be our sideline reporter. She'll be our version of Aaron Andrews.
There we go. See, Woodford County's out here watching the game, intent.
Coach Scott Hunley, former Vanderbilt player, former Mr. Basketball out of Scott County, the head coach at Woodford. And, of course, Daniel Brown.
Got his dad sitting on a bench out there. Got Ted, Big Ted.
Big Ted Hunley. Well, he could play.
Oh.
Bryan Station standout, all-state player.
Gary, back when Ted was playing, you talk about an era of basketball in Lexington. My goodness sakes. You had Gibbons and Lee and Hunley, and you had Don Fusey at Tate's Creek, and you had, Lafayette and Reed. Epling, and just on and on and on. There's some great basketball in the city.
Jefferson, what a nice move to the basket by Jefferson. He now has 23 to join Hollingsworth.
Foul by Burns.
Darius Williams, by the way, the 2 free throws he connected on, Coach. He's got 21. So there have been a couple, really 3 players in this game who really stepped up. Hollingsworth has 23. Williams has, so the two scoring stars have 44 of the 69. And how about this Michael Jefferson kid, 23 for Madison Southern. Free throw won't go for Darius. Darius, a finalist for Mr. Basketball, along with Pun Tisdale from Henry Clay. We'll see Tisdale in the next ball game. I tell you what, folks, you're going to see a one silky smooth player, Tisdale, in the next game. That kid can play. 60, now make it 70-60 as he got the free throw. Minute 7 to go here in this contest. Across the line, that's Kidwell. Kidwell hands it back. Here's Jefferson off the mark. Jefferson flying through, but he went right over the back there of Darius Williams. And if nothing else, Darius Williams just turns to him and says, pretty good athlete right there.
Missed his shot outside the arc and went and followed it. Almost got the rebound.
Michael Jefferson will be back for Madison Southern. He's a junior. 23 points here in this regional tournament game. It will be Henry Clay, Woodford County. I don't think that one's going to tip at 8:15, coaches. It's already 8 o'clock.
I don't think so.
57 seconds in this one. Williams got it. Williams now with 23. He equals Hollingsworth. And we're going to get Akash Patel, the senior, 6'3", in for Madison Southern as Michael Jefferson and Caleb Miller go out. Williams looking for his 24th point, and he's got 24 now. 72-60 Dunbar by 12, 57 seconds. And Tanner Kidwell. Kidwell's got 13 points in the game. Comes over to Burns. To Gabbard over Brown, a high arcing shot, bullseye. Nice shot by Gabbard, who's hit a couple of jumpers here in the second half. 72-62, Madison Southern.
Backing it down. Dunbar may just dribble it out.
10-point lead. Southern's going to relinquish the fact that Dunbar will move on to the Final Four and take on the winner of Henry Clay and Woodford County. So that'll be Saturday afternoon, the second game at 3:15. Tavian Hollingsworth with those 23 points is going to dribble it out with 15 seconds now, and the dog pound starts letting Madison Southern know that their season is indeed over.
Well, tell you what, the coach has got to be very proud of his young people at Madison Southern, Gary, where they come out and competed, played hard. Just maybe a 2 or 3 minute span where they just didn't take care of the basketball.
Dunbar wins it behind Darius Williams and Tavion Hollingsworth. 24 for Darius, 23 for Tavion. They combine for 47. And of course, Michael Jefferson with 23 led Madison Southern tonight. We'll take a break, come back here and wrap things up on this one. Coming up, it'll be Woodford County and Henry Clay on the White Greer Maggard 11th Region Tournament basketball.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White Greer and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White Greer and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.